Yo, what is up? I am back with a new video. This is the Redragon Dharma Pro TKL. This is called the K556 Pro TKL, which is an 80% keyboard, which is basically 87 keys, hot swappable aluminum keyboard with tri-mode capabilities, and this is what it looks like. And I just got it today and I wanted to show it to you guys before I do some mods to it. Basically, you are getting a keyboard with full RGB mode, which is pretty good for $60. This is the $59.99 keyboard, but right now it's on sale for $51. Now it says it is a full aluminum keyboard, but well, it says it's an aluminum keyboard, but it is not a full aluminum keyboard, even though it's pretty heavy. I think most of the parts are plastic. Maybe you know, it's half aluminum. Maybe where they mount it is, I think maybe this is aluminum. I'm not too sure. It feels a little bit heavy, but it's not like that. How would you say, the custom? It's not the custom keyboard kind of heavy. This thing feels like twice as heavy as that. So this is like a proper custom keyboard. So don't expect like a super heavy keyboard. Just a regular heavy keyboard, but this is a 10 keyless keyboard. That's why it's called TKL, which means it's minus the numpad. And as you can see, it's fully RGB. You can cycle the RGB here, or you can you know, use the software to get what kind of RGB colors you like. You can have it fixed color, you can have a windmill, you can have a breathing, all kinds of styles of RGB lighting that you like personally. You can set it on the software, or you can do it on the keyboard itself, and you can, you know, change the colors and stuff. So pretty straightforward. This is a tri-mode keyboard. That means you can do this, you can use this keyboard wirelessly as well. It comes with a dongle for 2.4G, and then you can connect with Bluetooth to, there's CBT1, BT2 and BT3, means you can connect to 3 separate machines via Bluetooth, like maybe your iPad, your phone, or something else. It's up to you what you want to connect it with. But yeah, this is kind of like in the vein of a custom keyboard. I want to give you a sound test with it, so I'm going to disconnect it from its wired mode right now. And these are coming with Otemu red keys or switches, and these switches are linear switches, which is, you know, very highly popular with gamers. This is a very nice sound compared to what normal keyboards sound like at this price range. They usually have a terrible sound. This one is really kind of like almost in the silent mode. I kind of like it this way, but let me show you what it sounds like and what it looks like underneath. Basically, this is a hot swappable keyboard, which means these have how do I get these out anyway? Yeah, I think it's something like that. You stick this in here and you pull it out, and the switches should just come straight right off. And this is what it looks like after it comes off. This is the switch. It has basically 2 legs here. If you take a look at the, trying to show you the switch holes, north facing LED lights, and then there's like a couple of holes there where you stick your switch in. So you can change your switches up if you wanted to. If you want like tactile switches that make the clicky sound, if you want clicky switches that make a loud click sound, you can have that too. But these are great. They don't make a lot of sound. And you know, if you have like a faulty keyboard, one of the keys go out, they're broken, or they stop responding, or the switches fail, it's easy for you to switch out these keys, these switches, without any fuss, without you know, a lot of downtime, without going through the process of trying to, you know, get it returned, get it replaced. You can just buy switches and immediately replace them. So that's the good thing about hot swappable mechanical keyboards, you know, in 2024. This is very cheap entry level for a good gaming keyboard. Now I started off gaming in 2015, and I just got the first keyboard that the shop recommended, which is not a Death Adder, what was it called again, Black Widow Razer, and I think that was like $110 at that time. And imagine if I had this choice for $50, $60, I could have got like a proper keyboard that works. In my opinion, this is a lot better than a Razer Black Widow keyboard, because those kind of keyboards are just so junk. Those are like old technology, clicky, loud sounding, and these are just so much better and half the price, and they're just going to work so well. However, the problem I have with this keyboard is probably the keycaps are a little bit too gamery look for me. They've got this font that you know, looks kind of gamery. I prefer like an old school kind of font. And the other thing that I might not like too much about the keyboard is the black keys. I want to switch them out to something else. So I think that's what I'll do to try and customize it for myself. Again, you have switches here for Bluetooth or wired mode, you just turn it off, or 2.4, you use the dongle here, it's clipped on magnetically. You can just stick this in your PC and you can immediately connect it with 2.4, and then it's magnetically attached here. But you know, it's kind of loose, you can easily take it off. It could fall off if you put it in your bag or something. And then you've got the legs that, you know, you can have it lower or you can have it a little bit higher, just flip it up. The case itself, the bottom seems plastic. Maybe the top part is aluminum, or maybe where the switches mount are aluminum, I'm not too sure. But it's a proper stiff keyboard. You can't twist it at all. Actually, it doesn't move. So maybe the ring around it is aluminum. I'm not too sure. It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like the ring is aluminum. So this part is aluminum. I don't know if the top part is aluminum. It looks like doesn't sound like it's aluminum. That's aluminum. So the ring is aluminum. The top part, I'm not sure. The bottom part is plastic. But what I want to do is actually switch it out to make it look a little bit nicer, because I'm trying to avoid black peripherals. Right now I'm testing a black mouse pad, but otherwise I would not have a black mouse pad on top. And I want to switch this out, and I have just the thing, blue keycap set is what I was thinking about. So I'm going to put that on here, and then I'll show it to you before I continue the video. Okay, let's go check it out. We are back, and I've swapped out the blue keycaps, and I've got the RGB lights on. As you can see, now I've customized it to kind of like my taste. Black background with blue keycaps. It looks a little bit more polished. It looks a little bit more executive looking, I suppose. You know, adds a little bit of color and life into the keyboard. Now let me go and enjoy this for the rest of the week, and then I will report back to you again and tell you how I feel about the performance of this keyboard. So this is the K556 Pro TKL with tri-mode connection. You've got 3 Bluetooth outlets, you've got a 2.4G wireless connection, and you've got wired mode, full RGB, hot swappable switches. It's got a built-in user interface software as well, so pretty interesting. Right now I've got the silent switches. Of course, this is the Altemu red switches, which, well, they're not really silent, but they're pretty silent. Let me give you the sound test again with these keycaps. They're not clacky, they're not talky, and they're not clicky. So pretty good for me. I like it. Anyway, let's fast forward and I'll show you, and I'll come back in a week's time. It's been 2 weeks, and this is the final form of my Redragon 556 Pro TKL, and I want to show you what it sounds like first of all, because I have silenced it somewhat. And what I've done is actually the same trick that I did with the other Redragon keyboard that I reviewed recently, which is the 617 magnetic switches. And let me just show it to you guys. I actually used the rubber ring again, this time on this keycap. So there's the rubber silicone, or silicone ring that you kind of like make the switches kind of a little bit less noisy. I'll just show you what it sounds like. This is what it should sound like. This is what it sounds like now. So significantly different sound profile. I like it because it kind of like silences it, dampens it, and this is the final form. Anyway, I've really enjoyed the 556 TKL Pro. This is what it's called. It is tri-mode. It's got 2.4 Hertz connection, Bluetooth, wired, 80% layout, RGB, aluminum keyboard. Again, aluminum is on the sides, the back and the top. I don't think it's aluminum. It's got hot swappable. It's got hot swappable switches that are Otemu Reds, so they're kind of like the softer kind of sound. They're linear switches, and it's really cool because it doesn't make that clicky sound that most gamers don't want, that clicky sound. It's got all kinds of foam padding on it as well, which makes it kind of like in the enthusiast realm. A lot of these keyboard manufacturers nowadays, gaming keyboard manufacturers, are reaching out to the enthusiast level kind of tastes, and which means linear switches and kind of less of that clicky kind of switches. So anyway, that is my review of the 556 Pro TKL. This is $60 on the website. You can use my code to get a 10% discount, or if not, I think these go for discount most of the time, and they come up to about $50 or even less sometimes. So I hope you enjoyed this video and took some useful information. Man, this is a really good beginner keyboard if you're into gaming keyboards like Razer and stuff. If this thing was out when I was buying my first Razer, I would have preferred to buy a keyboard like this than spend $120, $150, $200 on my Razer Black Widow keyboard. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.